Did y'all see that VP Harris made the cover of Vogue? Well, apparently, Fox News and right wingers are super salty about this. This definitely made me chuckle. After I saw this on Instagram, I went to find the Fox News reactions. So, Baller Alert said this on Instagram a couple of days ago. I just got to it today, though. Fox News slams Vogue for featuring Kamala Harris, but snubbing Melania Trump. She was a model. Y'all have got to see this whining.
Followed him, but about this cover, Trisha. I mean, look, they should be ashamed of themselves that they never put Melania Trump on the cover. That's my opinion. And the fact is she was a model. Okay, and they refused to put Melania Trump on the cover even when she was First Lady. And she was all the talk of the town when they got married. Hillary Clinton was at the wedding. Everybody was toasting Donald and Melania. And suddenly he announces he wants to run for president, and then they become the pariah. And she's not allowed on any covers. It's ridiculous. Followed him.
Megyn Kelly came out strong. She was really irritated with Vogue for airbrushing Vice President Harris. Watch this.
Vogue magazine spread, Sean, that just came out, giving her sort of the Michelle Obama treatment or Jill Biden treatment, where they try to make her into a superstar spokesmodel. Now, first of all, this is as airbrushed as a Joan Rivers appearance on any magazine or TV. This is that Kamala Harris looks 39 instead of 59 here. I will submit, as the sole woman on this show today, that was a mistake. You want her to have gravitas. She's running for a very important job, and as the first potential female president, just let her have the lines. Fucking Vogue, let her have the lines. The lines are not a problem you have to erase for women who are serious and asking for a serious job. She wants to be in command of our Navy SEALs. So stop with the airbrushing. It's annoying.
Christine on Twitter said, Megyn Kelly said that Kamala Harris's airbrush photo on the cover of Vogue is bad for little girls while using a camera filter and wearing fake hair extensions. What an effing hypocrite, Megyn Kelly. Like, why are they really acting like they don't know what happens to magazine covers? Like, come on, that is not something to really like go for the gusto about. And Joe responds, you know what's really bad for little girls? Republicans. Corey says, here's the problem with Megyn. You can't go back to who you thought you were. Still a loser, still irrelevant. Abby Logan says, let me tell you what's bad for little girls. Number one, supporting and excusing a misogynist rapist. Number two, giving the same misogynist who insulted you for your looks a pass without pushback. Number three, no control over their bodies since Dobbs. And she says number three again, but I'm sure she means number four, your obsession with Botox and fillers. Ivy Girl says, watching an adjudicated rapist attempt to run for office normalizes the criminal act and is bad for little girls. Watching a crass, foul-mouthed felon attempt to run for the presidency is a horrible image for little girls. Now, this woman was really irritated, but when people do comparisons and they don't put similar things in the comparison, is really silly. So she was irritated that Melania Trump, as First Lady, didn't get the Vogue cover, and that Kamala Harris got the Vogue cover. Now, those two things don't match. She could be irritated that Melania didn't get the cover in comparison with the other First Ladies. It has nothing to do with Kamala Harris getting the Vogue cover. Let's please compare things that make sense. But this woman was really, really irritated.
This is a fashion mafia. This is a authoritarian fashion mafia. Who is the one First Lady who did not get a Vogue cover? Melania Trump. Every single First Lady has been given a Vogue cover. That is just part of being a First Lady. That is just part. Actually, you know what? She did have a Vogue cover, and it was before it was on her wedding, I think, to Donald Trump that she was on the cover of Vogue. But that was before everything, when everybody still loved Donald Trump because he was just a wealthy man, and everybody loves wealthy men. If you're a first lady, you just get given a Vogue cover. So it's really no surprise that fashion has no vibe anymore. It's not beautiful because it is literally an outcrop of corporate hegemony, which is an outcrop of political hegemony.
Chris asked the question, why would they put Melania on the cover? What contributions has she made to women? Melania teaches young girls that only looks matter, that it's okay to marry for money and do nothing but spend money. And then this woman says she was the first lady. All first ladies get a Vogue cover. It has nothing to do with, once again, Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris is not a first lady. And then Carolyn's like, who buys this anyway? I bet this magazine is about done. And then the War on Beauty was like, you're right. Because when things don't go their way, it needs to just be gone. Just like I hope that the Republican Party and its iteration, in its current iteration, is almost gone. The MAGA wing of the Republican Party needs to go the way of the dodo birds. So let me know how you feel about the cover and how they are responding to the cover. Me personally, I like anything that triggers them. It makes me happy. Let me know what you think, though. I was tagged in this post about this woman. So y'all know in Korea, the anti-feminist movement is really big. They really cannot stand feminists there. And the pushback against women is fierce. Well, this woman was involved with an anti-feminist man, and I guess she thought that she was special. So her ex-husband is this person, Bae In-yu. Bae In-yu was a representative of the New Men's Solidarity, said he was planning to do some physical harm to his ex-wife and her boyfriend. His ex-wife and former vice representative of the New Men's Solidarity, Song Si-in, also ran the misogynistic YouTube channel during their marriage. She mocked victims of the Nth Room case and called Korean women whores. Called Korean women whores. She mocked these victims. If you don't know anything about the Nth Room case, that's where they were slipping things, narcotics into women's drinks and letting these men have their way with them. That was what happened with the Nth Room. All right, so Bae In-yu assaulted his ex-wife in the face and stomach while she was pregnant, causing her to be hospitalized. At an event in the New Men's Solidarity, he made his ex-wife, who had recently given birth, perform a sexy dance. She is currently divorced and in a relationship with a Western boyfriend. She thought that she was special. This is what happened when these women are traitors. They are literally traitors. She mocked victims, and she thought she was like, what did she think was going to come of, being palling around, palling around with these men who hate women. So here she is again, Song Si-in. And here's her ex. Whatever he was saying during this YouTube video, they obviously had to translate it to English. So this is what he was saying. The men's solidarity activity was like my whole life. The reason I stopped for 9 months is because I went through a divorce for a very dirty reason. I wanted to do something to the people involved, including physical methods. I was seriously planning to do some physical harm to them. I actually asked what the sentence would be if I did it to 3 lawyers. The answer they said was 1, life imprisonment or death penalty. So this man said this on his YouTube channel. That's how bold they are, because they know that the anti-feminist sentiment is strong in Korea. And this is another reason why the birth rate will continue to plummet to hell. The wild thing is, like, the leaders and the media, they're all hand-wringing, wondering, why the birth rate is plummeting to hell. It's because they let these anti-feminist men run rapid. And the thing is, their leadership agrees with them. That man, their leader is also, he ran on an anti-feminist platform. That's how he won. So, if they keep pushing these people to the forefront, they're just helping the birth rate plummet to hell. All right, so I was tagged in this post, and let's do a few of these comments. Lilith's disciple says, some people can only learn the hard way, talking about the woman. I can't remember her name already. I already forgot. the traitor. She says some people can only learn the hard way. It's really crazy. She thought she was going to be an exception to her partner's misogyny and how entitled he felt to controlling and dominating women. This person says, I feel bad for what happened to her, but I despise her for being a misogynistic B word. The person at the bottom called her a loser. Nana says, no woman deserves to go through something like that, but honestly, what was she expecting? That she was going to be the only exception? Why does it need to happen to you to care about it? Faye says, oh no, the face-eating leopards are eating my face. That goes for so many things. So many people think that they're the exception to the rule. No, you're not. They're going to turn on you one way or another. This person towards the bottom said they even had to hide their marital relationship, fearing that her male fans would be disappointed. And then she said at the very bottom, she was seen several times with missing teeth. So that woman really went through some things. I am doing a hard segue because this has absolutely nothing to do with the Korean situation. Trump just had a like a town hall with these Latino voters, and this man that you see right here asked Donald Trump a question. The question was very specific. He said, a lot of the undocumented workers here right now are the ones responsible for picking the produce. And he said, if you were to deport all of these people, like you're making in these claims, who is going to pick your broccoli? He was very specific. He said, if you deport all of these people, who's going to pick your broccoli? So he asked that question, and Donald Trump answered. He answered in a rambling word salad, but look at this. Look how he looks. He really looks like a sunburned Muppet. He really looks like a caricature. I know that some people don't want to hear Donald Trump's word salad, so I'm going to do a few of the tweets, and then I'll put his word salad at the very end, just in case anyone is interested in hearing some of the answer, which was a non-answer. He did not answer the question if he were to deport all of the undocumented workers who would pick the agriculture. He did not answer that question. So if you want to hear it, it'll be at the tail end. But like I said, I'm going to do some of these comments that were on this post. Angel D says, let me say for all the Hispanics, this guy is effing full of poop. Donald Trump is the worst president in history. He decimated our farmers with his tariffs, and farmers went bankrupt and people lost their jobs. Riot Women says, Google farm Trump tariffs bankruptcies, and she showed what came up when you do that, talking about self-deletions on the rise, farm bankruptcies on the rise because of Trump tariffs. Tariffs are not good for our economy. You see that you can see all of the self-deletions because of these tariffs. You can go Google this for yourself. All right, so this person says, it's an amazing question, and of course, Trump has the worst answer. I distinctly remember during the pandemic when unemployment was at an all-time high, there were farms in the valley where we normally would go pick strawberries during the season. They were begging for workers, and I can't remember seeing one unemployed American white guy raising their hand to work those jobs. And then Russ says, having worked with my family picking the strawberry fields in Oregon as a kid, I guarantee you this country would starve to death and the crops would rot in the fields if farmers had to rely only on white people to bring in the crops. I say this as a white guy. Please know and understand that people do want these immigrants, these migrant workers here. They want them here, and we need them here because they are doing these jobs that Americans will not do. They just need somebody else to scapegoat and demonize as well. We need them, and the other side needs to demonize them and make them the boogeyman to everything else. All right, y'all. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. I'm going to put the word salad of Donald Trump here. Let me know what you think if you actually watch it. Like, comment, and share. So I tried to share the clip of Donald Trump answering this man's question on YouTube, but it was copywritten, so I couldn't share it. So this man right here asked a question to Donald Trump at his Latino like town hall or something. So I found an article that explains what happened. A voter who said he had worked for many years picking strawberries and cutting broccoli, a job he said was mainly done by undocumented migrants, asked Trump, if you deport these people, who would do that job? And what price would we pay for food? Trump again didn't directly answer the question, replying, farmers are doing badly, very badly right now, very, very badly under this administration. Under my administration, farmers did very well. The former president then criticized the Biden administration, which he said had allowed hundreds of thousands of people that are murderers, drug dealers, and terrorists into the country. We want workers and we want them to come in, but they have to come in legally. They have to love our country. They have to love you, love our people. The problem with this administration is they've totally lost control. We want people to come in, but we don't want murderers. He did not answer this man's question. He said, these people, if you deport them, who is going to pick your broccoli and your strawberries? Who's going to do that? And he did not answer the question. These people don't think, but this man, Trump, rambles and rambles, and folks really are not thinking about what will happen when they do decide, or if they do decide to send back undocumented workers. So that is what was in the clip. You'll have to just find it because, like I said, it was copywritten and I couldn't share it.